Keb, Arcadia, and Dawn boarded Morpher and undocked from the station. Dawn remained in her physical form while navigating the ship to a safe distance. That was quite the rescue, D8. You were amazing. Arcadia found a comfortable spot and sat down to catch her breath. Keb did the same on the opposite side of the room. I'm glad you got your memory back. Dawn stood up. It looked like she was going to respond. She looked directly at Keb instead. Are you alright, Firehawk? I was a bit worried. Arcadia's jaw dropped. It wasn't just about what Dawn said, but the way she said it. When you melted that door and rescued us, you were awesome! There must have been 7 unconscious bodies. I wish I could have seen your battle mode in action. Yeah, I think the audience wishes they could have seen it in action too. If you're not going to put in art, you should probably take out that line, just so it's less obvious, less vivid, less of a juxtaposition of wanting to see it. Dawn smiled shyly. I'm just glad you're not hurt. Arcadia couldn't take it anymore. She jumped up and as swiftly as her feet could carry her, charged toward Keb. She grabbed him by the collar, clenching her fist, and looked narrowly at him. You've reprogrammed my AI. What have you done with her? Did you change her personality matrix? This is all a big misunderstanding. I haven't done anything. Calm down. Calm down has never worked in the all history of mankind. Calm down! So, I have a temper and a soft side, huh? I was hoping you wouldn't remember that. I'll show you my soft side. Arcadia pulled back her arm and threw a punch. Her fist landed across Keb's jaw. It hurt slightly, but not much. Keb rubbed his jaw and faced her confidently. I deserve that. She pulled back and threw several more punches to his shoulder, his gut, and his face. Keb dodged them all. The last punch, Keb caught and held in place. Let go of me, I'm warning you! Keb held her fist tight for another second and then released. Dawn watched with interest but didn't know how to respond to the situation. Arcadia planted her feet while she contemplated her next move. She wished she had her gun. Have you calmed down, Aerie? We can talk this through. Don't call her Aerie if you're going to try to calm her down. How many times do I have to tell you? My name is not Aerie, it's Arcadia! Keb leaned backwards against the wall comfortably and grinned. I'm going to tell you right now, disarming people through what you think is cuteness, in general, you're the only person who's ever going to think it's cute. Most people are just going to get pissed at you. Where did you come from? I've never met a man more stubborn. Keb looked at Dawn again. She looked as confused as ever. This confrontation was different than her fight in the bar, but somehow just as intense. I can stand here all day. Arcadia looked tense for another second, but then suddenly relaxed and took a deep breath. About your jaw. I've had a tough couple days and I shouldn't have taken it out on you. The apology caught Keb off guard and he dropped his smile. It looked like she really meant it. Maybe her tough side is just an act? Keb regretted being so cocky. I think it's about time we all come together and figure out what's going on. It's about D8. She's not responding within normal parameters. Keb came forward and offered his hand as part of a truce. She accepted and nodded. They both looked at Dawn as Arcadia approached her. Dawn? Do you remember me at all? It's me, Arcadia. I do not remember. Should I remember you? In some strange way, you are familiar. You were by my side and protected me for a century. I owe you my life. I think it's about time you remember. Keb realized at that moment that Aerie was Dawn's creator. Everything she had stated felt true. Dawn allowed Arcadia to slip past her to the control panels. Arcadia recalled Dawn's holographic form and it was restored within the ship. Arcadia's fingers flashed across the controls and the diagnostic program started. After some repairs and a reboot, Dawn's voice returned. Ec-type Unit D8 is fully operational, awaiting orders. I think Dawn fits you better. Make that your permanent designation. Please state your primary mission. No, there's no way she would think Dawn fit. Fine. To defeat the virus threat and save the galaxy. That's much better. Looks like your repairs have been successful. Who will help you on this mission? Arcadia Gallus, my creator, second scientist, Astro Kingdom, and Keb. Very good. You may power down and replenish your energy reserves. Dawn, powering down. Dawn's voice vanished, and the lights in the ship dimmed slightly. The ship controls remained fully functional. Arcadia turned her chair to face Keb. I thought her change in personality was a side effect of corrupted functions or external programming. It turns out I was wrong. All she needed was a good reboot. Her memory files are restored, and there doesn't seem to be any other issue. Maybe her personality was a fluke. In a way, I hope it's still there. I kind of liked her personality. Arcadia nodded in agreement. She grinned and her voice lightened as she spoke and pointed at Keb. No. If this has been like your caretaker, your guardian, your friend for 100 years, the person who watches over you when you sleep and takes you around in the vacuum of space, the cold, merciless galaxy where life is worth 5 credits. You don't want your best friend to suddenly go through a personality change. It's scary, I think. It would... If somebody you programmed has been mutated, it's no longer the same person. Even especially for an AI, I think it would freak her out. Not make her like Keb. But hey, that's just my interpretation. This galaxy works under different rules. I checked Dawn's record of her voyage. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time and getting mixed up in all this. Arcadia's voice raised again and face grinned. And since Dawn seems to like you, I'll keep you on the ship for now. But if you see you do anything that jeopardizes our mission, I won't hesitate to order her to vaporize you. That's really not how friendship works. I understand they're not quite friends, but... You're joking, right? I've seen her battle mode. You won't get any trouble from me. Good. Then let's start by figuring out who Danon is. I want to know why he sends you on missions in my ship. You seemed hesitant to talk about him before. I remember you didn't want me bringing up his name. His name is the same as someone I knew long ago. Someone I'd rather forget. It's been 150 years since then, so there's no way he's still alive. Why not? You're still alive. Why? No. You mentioned earlier that Dawn protected you for a century. Did you sleep in cryofreeze? Cryofreeze will only get you through 50 years before damaging your body. I invented a regenerative sleeping process that is used in conjunction with Morpher. I slept for 150 years. Are you telling me you're more than 150 years old? Arcadia's eyes narrowed as she folded her arms. You know it's impolite to ask a girl's age. That's kind of a... Probably this line should be revised. You look pretty good for your age. Arcadia... I know that's supposed to be the description, but because of her name, I'm going to do it anyways. Arcadia covered her mouth and laughed. You're funny. Nice recovery, though. Is your white hair a result of the long sleep or a natural color? We're getting off track. Can we not talk about my looks for a minute? So continuing where we left off, the Danon you knew should be dust by now. Whoever this imposter is, he knows all about us, but I haven't exactly discovered his motives. Danon claims to fight the virus. The mission he sent us on is for that purpose. He also has a grudge against Zaus. I have the same mission to stop the virus. I also have reason to believe Zaus is working to help the virus spread. That's impossible. I trained at the Zaus Academy and work for them. There's no way they work with the virus. Dude, Zaus just put a bounty on your head. You've been in... Fine. Just continue to believe whatever. You worked for them for 1 day. I was at the academy for 3 months. Its sole purpose is to destroy threats just like the virus. Why would they be for it? Tell me, in that time, did you learn anything about the virus? Do you even know what the virus is? Sure I do. It's an alien race conquering our galaxy. I think. Do you know anything about their ships? Do you know why they're invading? Do you know what they look like? Keb was at a loss and was not able to answer quickly. It's because no one lives to tell about it? We have little information. That's a convenient lie. It's because Zaus is covering up any information that leaks. They don't want people to know the truth. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. I have my reasons. And at that point when he said that, I was thinking, well, maybe it has something to do with the ring on his chest. He has his reason. Either way, why don't we just meet up with Danon since you both seem to be on the same side? I'll consider it, but first I'm interested in finding the pirate base. How would you know about that? I learned everything from Dawn during the diagnostic. From here on out, everything she knows, I know. That makes sense, considering how much you knew about Danon in my former employment. Danon seems to be interested in the same things I am, but he takes a different approach, like with the Nebula. The pirates have a large fleet and information network. They could help with my mission to destroy the virus and supply Dawn with the ships. I want to know the reason Danon wants the pirate base gone. The problem is, we don't know where the pirates come from. We might be one step closer than you think. Before Dawn rescued us, she interrogated someone with a lot of connections. Her techniques are more persuasive than mine. I thank you for helping her when she had memory loss, but this is not your burden to bear. You can leave at any time. I'll make sure to compensate you for the loss of your ship. Riding an advanced starship saving the galaxy? I think I'll stay. For now then, I'll let you continue piloting Morpher. Consider me hired. Our connection will meet us in Nabulon near the sun. They have information on the pirate recruitment process. Is there a chance they won't show? If Dawn threatened them, believe me, they'll be there. Not really. I mean, Dawn is no longer around them, so unless she like implanted some sort of remote bomb or something, the threat is no good anymore. Alright, let me save immediately before that ship catches up to me and shoots me to death.
Morphic duplication records saved.
Let's get the heck out of here. Ah, he's caught up to us with all the fade in, fade out animations. Yeah, the world doesn't pause. We meet again, Firehawk. What'd you do with the other ship? I have no idea what his voice was before. This is the same ship. That ship looks nothing like before. It's different in both mass and form. I'm telling you, this is the same ship, and it's more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Skip the theatrics, will you? I'm bringing you in either way. Wonder if he's intelligent enough to know the world wraps around, or the galaxy wraps around. I have to wait till a virus hits star? I mean, I guess it's already hit, I don't know. In that case, I probably should... Whatever, let's see what the impact of my nebula planet choice has to do with anything. But let's take a look at the Rose Star. I'm not going to actually fly there. The Rose Star sits majestically alone. There's little of interest in this area besides some pirate activity. I guess that's where I'm headed next. But curiously, start level low says there, but then it's in red. And here it's start level low, but it's in green. Here it's orange. Probably means to say hi, it's just this is being disguised. Perhaps this description gets changed later. Alright, let's fly. I don't know how much fuel I actually have. It's kind of a difficult bar to read right now, because you haven't really interacted with it much. Alright, let's go to Nabulon, and 1500, 1600. The virus attacked this area, but it looks like nothing's changed. We should have a look around just in case. Oh no, there's still people. I'm getting a faint reading on the planet's surface. Someone is living down there. See if you can contact them. I've linked with his communication systems. He should now be able to hear you. Hey, hello? Anyone down there? This looks like the outline of the merchant. What's this? A human specialist channeling my unwanted attention. Yeah, you could say that. Did you glimpse the subversion of virus? He's asking if you saw the virus ships explode. What's this? A person of distinguished nature. No, we didn't see the virus ships. What about them? The vaporous nimbus vaporized them with masterful verity. I'm getting really sick of your lack of communication skills. I'm about ready to vaporize you. Man, the more Firehawk opens his mouth, the less I like him. So, oh, by the way, all this is new content to me. At the end of the last episode, that was as far as I got. Then I realized that none of my recording stuck. None of my video recording recorded in video. Let me handle it. I can understand his communication patterns. Finally, I can lecture to someone who is not an ignoramus. What did he say? He said, thank you. Firehawk. Let's just space Firehawk and have the adventures of Dawn in Arcadia. Let me know what else he says. Analysis needs solid substantiation. Weapon is ready for deployment. After third-party assessment, I'll permit Precursor to lend a hand in extermination. Virus ships attacked the sector, but they were destroyed by the nebula. The scientist is using the nebula to create a weapon to fight the virus ships. He's almost done with the prototype, but needs someone to test it. If we test the weapon for him, he'll give us one to battle the virus. Sounds good to me. Send it on over. We'll relinquish upon completion. He said, I got that one. He said the weapon's not built yet. Then what are we doing here? This is a smart place to meet. He's using the sun to mask his ship's location. I'm not detecting any ships, but I am getting a signal. I do appreciate people who are punctual, so thank you for arriving on time. I remember you. Are you in charge of this little expedition? Quit asking needless questions and tell us what we want to know. Such a threat, and one I don't take lightly. I'll give you the information you want, but you have to do something for me first. Should I blast him, Mary? That's exactly what I want. I'm interested in testing your vessel against my new prototype ship. Maybe I should save. Don't worry about causing me any harm. The ship is remotely controlled. You better be ready to hand over that information. I knew you would agree. You're eager to absorb my ship. A ship emerged from the sun. I'll leave it up to you, Firehawk. Take him down. Alright, I could summon others, but let's see if I can handle them with just Bumblebee or whatever this thing is. Interesting. This does zero damage, very little damage. I'm gonna load because, oh, maybe not. Maybe it doesn't really matter. I don't know how far this game goes. I'm probably gonna load because I lost a ship. Lost 2 ships. That's right, you primitive bucket of bolts. You're no match for my morpher. Do I get any credit here? I'm the one flying this thing. Arcadia looked at Kep hesitantly, as if she wanted to give him a compliment, but wasn't used to it.
All systems stable.
You tend to veer to the left, but your performance is passable. Thanks, I guess. That's not the first time I've been told that. I don't know if that's supposed to be like innuendo or what. Your skills as a pilot are exceptional. Dawn added to the compliment, but her words were slightly more positive, and probably slightly an exaggeration. Well, I mean, I was piloting, yeah. But there's not as much flying as I could do. For example, the AI can strafe. As far as I know, I cannot. So I can only move forward and turn, and backwards. I can't strafe. If I could strafe, that would be pretty cool. I could start circling or orbiting an enemy much better. Arcadia glared at her momentarily, knowing her compliment was better than hers. Dawn, what is the status of our friend Darius? He's coming on screen now. Bravo! That was such a treat to watch. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now for your end of the bargain. Consider that ship a gift for what comes next. The only way to discover the location of the pirate base is to become a pirate yourself. Oh, so we gotta murder a bunch of people, don't we? You gotta go to the Royal Star and start killing people. And how do you do that? Having a bounty is a good place to start, but mostly you have to contact the recruiter and take place in the games. Okay. I'm all into playing games, but it can't be that simple. The recruitment location changes every year. This year it's in the rock system. Find the recruiter and proceed from there. I have located the rock system and marked it on your map. Are you sure this is what you want to do? They hold a secret, good or bad, and I need to find out what it is. Besides the Krogan, South Coalition, and Morpher, the pirates have the only fleet capable of standing against the virus. We have to find out what side they are on. Alright, let's load. So left mouse button and right mouse button power. The virus attacked the sector. Anywhere they visit is met with destruction. Curious there are no cries for help. Is this because nothing has happened or that everyone is gone? I didn't read that last time, so there you go. Yeah, when I replayed that section, I saw that the ship moved in and the ship that was on this line blew up. The rack system is located in a dangerous asteroid belt, so most explorers stay far away, not to mention that it's owned by pirates. I've never seen so many pirates in one place. There are 17 ships in this area. I wouldn't assume they are all pirates. They may be here for the same reason as us. Don't start any fights. If you do anything to provoke them, they may all turn against us. We are looking for a man they call the Recruiter. From information gathered at Remno Station, the only way to find the pirates' headquarters is to be a member of the gang. The Recruiter knows the location. This should be easy. We only need to join the ranks. I already have a bounty on my head of 10,000 credits. I also look the part, but you both could use a little work. You actually don't look the part, but no, whatever. Arcadia looked at him coldly. What are you saying? I can't look as piratey as you can? Actually, she might look a little more piratey. I'm not sure why. I think maybe it's more black, more darker colors. He looks like he's just like out for a night in the town. She looks a little more militaristic and gonna kick your butt. For one thing, hardened criminals don't use the word piratey. Give me your mean face. I want to see some grit and carnage curled in your lips. That's a pretty good line right there. Arcadia held her breath and clenched her body. She gritted her teeth and sneered angrily. Keb covered his eyes and lowered his head to keep himself from laughing. If you want to kill the pirates with cuteness and constipation, that's the way to go. Keb shoved her shoulder and she tumbled backwards. Arcadia got angry and approached Keb with her hands balled into fists. What did you do that for? He held her back by the shoulders. That's it. That's it. Hold that face. Arcadia stopped and looked threatening as she gazed upon him. Now, straighten your shoulders and plant that stance. Don't let me push you. This time, Keb pushed her and she didn't budge. He pushed a little harder and she strained to keep her balance. Grrr. Dawn hunched over, gritted her teeth, flexed her arms, and made a growling sound. Arcadia and Keb burst out in laughter as they looked upon her. Laughing continued as Arcadia tried to speak and catch her breath. I can't take it. You win. You win. Dawn returned to her passive expression. This is not the effect I was looking for. No, please don't stop. Continue. I have observed that ruffians make grunting sounds in between sentences. I thought it would add to the authenticity. Arcadia and Keb's laughs died down as they were able to regain their composure. For you, I think you need the I'm going to obliterate you emotionless face. I'm not familiar with that expression. It's right before you change into battle mode. Believe me, with that, you're good to go.